Hey, what's cracking YouTube? This is I'm back with another video, and this time I'm gonna talk about the the upgraded Los Angeles Lakers, and the potential it has to either be a success or be a flop. Because I gotta be honest here. I'm on the fence about this whole entire thing. Because we got three players in LeBron James, Russell Westbrook, and Anthony Davis that, you know, can it work? It's possible. It's very possible. It's very possible they could be dominant like the 72 Lakers. Or it could be an entirely underwhelming disappointment like the 96-97 Houston Rockets. You remember Charles Barkley, Clyde Drexler, Akeem Olajuwon formed the big three in the last attempt to win a championship, especially for Charles Barkley. But that, Charles Barkley, but that was a flop. So you got three dynamic players, right? But my thing is, who's the one that's going to sacrifice? Because in order for this thing to work, it's got to be a sacrifice, man. If there's no sacrifice and everybody's not on the same page and everybody is content to play in the same way, then I gotta be honest. This could be a flop. This could flop. This could really flop. This could be a disappointment. Now, with LeBron James and Russell Westbrook, you could say they play the same way. They're the same type of player. Playmaking, facilitating the offense, getting others involved. All around game, all around elite game. But the thing is, though, both are ball dominant players, and they need the ball in their hands. You understand what I mean? They need the ball in their hands and shit. And the only way this is gonna work is if one of them is gonna have to change their game just a tad, man. Play more off the ball, find other ways to be productive on offense. And my guess is LeBron is entering his 19th season. And I know he wants, that scoring record for be the all-time leading scorer. Have that excellent record. To add to his resume. But here's the thing: what's more important, winning another championship, adding to your resume like that, or the all-time scoring record? See, and then too, LeBron suffered a major injury last season. When Solomon Hill rolled him over in that ankle. And as you can see, when he came back, he was never the same. And even 2 years ago, when he suffered that hamstring, he was out for more than a month. He was out more than a month. More than a month. And by when he came back, he was never the same. He was never the same. Never the same. Even 2 years ago when he came off that hamstring injury, he was lethargic. He was less explosive. He didn't have no lift at all. To the point where the Lakers suffered, and ultimately they missed the playoffs. And they kind of got a break. He kind of got a break last year with the stoppage and the restart. I think they probably would have won the championship anyway, but it probably would have been more of a grind, especially in the Western Conference. But my thing is, LeBron James, he's approaching the downside of his career, and I think he only has like maybe a couple years left of actually being dominant. You understand what I mean? Actually being dominant. So, he's going to have to adjust on the fly to make this work. You know, Russell Westbrook. I like it. I like his energy. I'm a big fan. I like his energy. I like his approach to the game. If he can just scale it down just a bit, I mean, this might be able to work. See, me personally, I'm gonna be honest. There's some things I do like about this roster, some things I don't like about this roster. And the main thing I'm thinking, they got Russell Westbrook. The reason they got Russell Westbrook, I truly, honestly believe they don't trust Anthony Davis's health long term. Because even last year, I can give him a pass. You got to give him a pass for last year. The quick restart, the quick turnaround, considering it was like maybe not even 2 months, not even a full 2 months that they were in a bubble and they had to come back and restart with a whole new team, a whole new roster, and everything. Because when you think about it, they blew that championship team up. They blew that Laker team up. They really blew that Laker team up, and he had to build chemistry all over again. Being the fact that he had chemistry with Rondo and no chemistry with Shooter. The quick restart basically got him banged up. And even thinking about that, for me, even going back to the championship year, AD was banged up. And I think in the finals, that Achilles was very, very, very tender then. And I think he didn't really take care of his body like he should have in the offseason. See, the Lakers didn't have no offseason, no kind of conditioning, no kind of training, no proper amount of dieting, no proper amount of conditioning or training. So when you think about it, they were in a lose-lose situation anyway. But even then, last year, you going on two seasons ago, like when you don't count the bubble, he was getting banged up every now and again. He missed like 4 or 5 games in between. So for me, this Russell Westbrook move is all about long term, and the fact that they see that AD's already kind of sort of breaking down, and he's only 28, is a very troubling sign. Very troubling sign. Like I said, there's some things I like about the roster and some things I don't like about the roster. Them trading Caldwell Pope, putting Caldwell Pope in the trade with Russell Westbrook, I didn't particularly agree with because he was your consistent shooter. And the guy, he was inconsistent, but then again, he was their more consistent shooter. And you live with, there's some role players you got to live and die with. And I would have just lived and died, taking KCP's flaws and just kept them. But for me, it's like the Dwight Howard move I liked. The Trevor Ariza, I'm not so sure. The Malik Monk, the Kent Bazemore, that's more shooting, you could say. But bringing in Carmelo Anthony, I don't understand that at all. I'm not a fan of that. Like sometimes, I understand you want to look out for your dude, but as an actual fit, this don't make no damn sense to me at all because Carmelo, number one, he's downside of his career, number one. And this is no disrespect to Carmelo Anthony. Carmelo Anthony was one hell of a player in his day. Carmelo Anthony was a beast in his day. But now, all he is a spot up shooter and instant offense. I mean, what can he bring on defense? What can he bring on offense? Even then, if he all he's gonna do is spot up and shit, you know, which I don't understand, which I don't get. Why would you bring in there Carmelo Anthony, who's probably on his way out the league? And that's no disrespect, you know. I feel sorry for him, because nobody in the league wanted to really give him a shot. But at the same time, he doesn't fit what the Lakers need. You know, I would have did the Buddy Hield trade, then find a way to get Westbrook. But for me, it's just I don't understand how and why would you bring Carmelo on this roster when he doesn't fit with what they're trying to do. And then there's the age factor. Like I said, LeBron is 36 going on 37. Dwight's 35. Carmelo's 37. Russ is 32. Like, sooner or later, age is going to have to be a deciding factor. Age is going to have to be a deciding factor on if this is going to work, And if any of the major players and the major stars are out for a long period of time, all this could backfire. Because, like I said, LeBron he's not getting over his injuries like he used to. He's taking a while to come back. And when he's getting banged up, he's getting banged up. And Anthony Davis is injury prone, as you could say. And Russell Westbrook, he's had his share of injuries too. Now, what if the chemistry doesn't come together along the way? What if there's LeBron and Russ get their roles mixed up to where they're both ball dominant, to the point where they're both ball dominant and it is affecting the offense of everybody else. So I really got questions about this roster, man. You know what I mean? It could, like I said, I'm on a wait and see approach with the Lakers. I'm not going to just assume they could have a chance to win a championship. Because if I be honest, that's not the case. That's just not the case. Just not the case for me. Because this can go either way. And depending on who sacrifices and who won't sacrifice, this can either be a success or a major flop. But I don't know. I'm thinking maybe they might have been better off doing the Buddy Hield trade. And then bringing in a guy like Kyle Lowry on a minimum, at the vet minimum, and bringing possibly in DeMar DeRozan at the vet minimum. But like I said, because of AD's uncertainty with health, I think they needed to bring in Russell Westbrook. But then again, it's caught between a rock and a hard place. This could go either way. So hit the like button on the video, subscribe to the channel, and let me know what y'all think.